Today we'll be talking about Koko Awane's magical girl friend, Masara Kagami, so let's get started. Marasa Kagami is a 16-year-old attack-type magical girl who is 162 centimeters in height, her eyes are a slate color, and her hair is silver. She comes from Chiura Ward in Kamehama City. Her soul gem is a blue diamond located on her left thigh. Her weapon is a short sword. Her witch in Doppel is Selene. Her wish to become a magical girl is that she wanted money. That's it. I want money. She attends Chiro Academy in the 10th grade. Her magical girl element is the light element and her ability is transparency. An almost emotionless magical girl, Marasa was born into a peaceful family and raised by two loving parents. Despite all the love she was given, she remains cold, living a life lacking excitement. Deep inside, though, she is thirsty for something more. The Doppel of blankness, its form is calm. The master of this emotion doesn't have any particular feelings towards her Doppel. This Doppel dramatically lowers the magical activity in its vicinity, transforming all magic energy into a state of perfect calm, no matter how fierce of a battle has been raging on around it. As long as they are within the calm zone, both enemy and ally will find it impossible to exert any kind of magical effect. The Doppel and its master's fuse form appears to stem from its master's characteristic lack of emotion turbulence. A girl brings Marasa cookies, and Marasa doesn't understand why. The girl wants to give them to her because she wants to, which Marasa doesn't understand. Marasa nervously introduces the girl as Kokoro Awane, a magical girl. She flashes back to their first meeting where Kokoro said she couldn't protect them. Marasa asks if she's blaming herself and points out Kokoro shouldn't feel responsible for what happened. This prompts Kokoro to ask to stay by Marasa's side. Kokoro would later say Marasa saved her with her words. Marasa thinks she only listened and gave her objective judgment. In the flashback, Marasa thinks Kokoro wouldn't benefit from staying with her, but Kokoro says she wants to be with her. Back in the present, Kokoro asks what Marasa is thinking about. Marasa says she's thinking about the first time they met, causing Kokoro to smile. Marasa does not understand. Marasa goes to Mitima Yakumo for magical strengthening with lots of fruit seeds. Mitima says Marasa is enthusiastic, but Marasa says she wants to get stronger so she can find something to change her life. Marasa suggests she partakes in some summer festival and gives Marasa a flyer. She says someone left there by accident. Marasa isn't interested, and so Mitima begins her treatment. Afterwards, she asks Marasa about Kokoro, saying that Kokoro has mentioned her. Marasa says they are friends, merely working together. She thinks that Kokoro's exemptions are troublesome, since Kokoro has no benefit to it. Mitima claims that Marasa is worried about Kokoro, pointing out that if Marasa really thought Kokoro was interrogating, she wouldn't simply ignore her. Marasa thinks back to the past. She says that her parents had her do swimming since she was a child. Despite having talent, she felt no joy or accomplishment. She continued swimming, thinking it might change, but she never gained a passion. She also never found something she thought was interesting. Marasa thinks she's jealous of those people who can be excited about something. When she met Kyubei, she became the magical girl, thinking her doll life might change. While it was fascinating at first, it eventually became boring. In the present, Kyubei says Marasa fights as if she doesn't care about her life. Marasa agrees and says she wouldn't despair even if there's no tomorrow for her. Kyubei says she's talented, but it takes risks. Marasa says Kyubei is acting like Kokoro, who is simply worried about her. Marasa wonders why that is, since if she disappears, Kokoro wouldn't lose anything. Later, Kokoro and Marasa fight a witch. Marasa tells Kokoro to get back, but Kokoro insists she can't fight alone when attacks. The witch then attacks Kokoro and Marasa injures herself blocking it. After the witch runs away, Kokoro apologizes for letting Marasa get hurt. Marasa claims she was just doing the most logical action, since the witch couldn't be beaten alone. Later, Marasa keeps flashing back to the witch attacking Kokoro. When she looks at the spot of her injury, she feels bothered, but doesn't understand why. Later, Kokoro offers to hunt the witch again with Marasa. Marasa flashes back to the fight again and says she will hurt the witch alone. She says Kokoro is a burden, and that she's not fond of getting hurt. Marasa then leaves Kokoro crying. Afterwards, Marasa tells Mitama what happened. Mitama thinks Marasa was protecting her, at a loss of her words. Marasa wonders why she gets hurt from being around Kokoro. Later, Kokoro blames herself for causing Marasa trouble. She then senses the witch from before. Respecting Marasa's wishes, she fights the witch alone. Marasa later finds the witch herself and is surprised to see Kokoro there. When she asks Kokoro why she's fighting the witch alone, Kokoro says she didn't want to be a burden. Marasa initially thinks Kokoro is trying to protect her pride, but Kokoro says she doesn't want to see Marasa get hurt again. Marasa says she doesn't like it either, thinking she doesn't want to see Kokoro get hurt, and defeats the witch. Kokoro thinks that if Marasa didn't arrive, she'll be done for. Marasa agrees and tells Kokoro to call her next time she fights. Kokoro says she doesn't want to cause trouble, but Marasa says she's doing it for herself, and she doesn't like to see Kokoro get hurt. Kokoro thinks that Marasa's words and about them and asks if she can call her at lunch. Marasa says she doesn't care. The two then go to Mitama's place. Kokoro notices Mitama's summer flyer and asks Marasa if she's interested in going. Marasa admits she's a little bit interested. Mitama laughs and says they could look forward to the future when you have something or someone important. Kokoro and Marasa are confused, which exempts Mitama. Mitama thinks Marasa will become stronger because she has something to protect. Marasa thinks about the future for the first time, though she doesn't know why. Marasa possesses the ability to turn invisible to the naked eye. And unlike Sana, she can turn invisible at will. She also appears to be able to summon crystals in her magia attack, which shatter to attack enemies. Her first name, Marasa, seems to mean masala, which is a mixture of spices. Her last name, Kagami, means addition, chestnut, and you see, respectfully, and is also a homonym for the Japanese word of mirror. Fact 1. Her illustrator is H2SO4. Fact 2. Her Doppel's name seems to originate from the Greek goddess of the moon, Selene. Fact 4. Her Japanese voice actor is Shizuka Ishigami, who you may know as Selene Yagamilia in Fate Apocrypha, Lara Darahim in Symphogear GX, and she's also the new voice for Benton in Urusei Yatsura. And that's Masara Kagami. Next time we'll go over Konomi Haruna, so see you next time.